Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizing committee of the ISSF Junior World Championship Lima, Peru 2024 and the International Shooting Sport Federation, welcome to the Las Palmas shooting range. The final competition for the 25-meter pistol women's junior event will now take place, so let's meet the athletes. On firing point A, representing Hungary, with 10 Junior European Championship medals across the pistol events, including 25-meter gold from 2022, as well as Junior World Championship bronze from Cairo in the same year, it's Miriam Yako. On firing point B, representing France, with junior team bronze from Lima 2021. This is her first individual final at a World Championship. In 2022, she secured silver at the Junior European Championship. It's Heloise Fourie. On firing point D, representing Italy. This is her third World Championship, first final appearance. She picked up Junior World Cup bronze at Seoul in 2023. It's Cristina Magnani. And on firing point E, representing Latvia. The 15-year-old competed at the Senior World Cup in Baku this year and is here in Lima for her first ever World Championship. It's Cristiana Agule. Moving on over to firing point F, representing Ukraine. With 3 Team Junior European Championship medals, she placed 6th at the Seoul World Cup in 2023, and this is her first final at a World Championship. It's Yulia Didenko. On firing point G, representing Hungary, qualifying for her debut final at a World Championship. This year she picked up 10-meter air pistol, Junior European Championship bronze in Hungary. It's Olivia Domschitz. And on firing point I, representing India, with 50-meter pistol Junior World Championship gold coming at Cairo 2022. This is her first 25-meter final at a World Championship. It's Devanshi. So we've now met our 7 athletes competing in this final. Let me tell you that the jury member in charge is Vanessa Cuesio of Argentina. And the chief range officer is Oscar Martinez of Venezuela.
Take your positions.
The jury member in charge is Vanessa Cuesio of
But this time,
Argentina.
unfortunately, Sun Yuji, who would be last, is not going to be appearing in the finals. There's our jury in charge from Argentina.
And the chief range officer is Oscar Martinez of Venezuela.
And the chief range officer, Mr. Oscar Martinez, Venezuela.
Take your positions.
So this time it's going to be 7 ladies. And in this event, the athletes shoot 60 shots in qualification. That's 30 shots in precision, 30 in rapid fire that we get to see here in the finals. Here are all of the finals that we're going to have today. As I already mentioned, the 25-meter that we're going to be watching right now. And then later in the day, skeet mixed team, and to wrap up the day, 50-meter 3-position men junior event. The ladies are just now going to prepare for their finals. They're shooting 5 shots at a time in a time of 3 seconds with 7 seconds of rest time in between shots. And the resting is done under a 45-degree angle, so the athletes are not allowed to put their pistol back on the table in front of them and cannot bring the pistol up to the target before the green light shows the start of these 3 seconds which they shoot. They're going to be shooting 10 series, and in this case the first elimination is going to go after the 5th series. Here we have the pistol that the ladies are shooting with. The trigger pull is 1 kilo, which is the hardest trigger pull in all the disciplines, and they have to shoot their shot in a time of those 3 seconds. They started competing yesterday with their qualifications, and now they are gonna wrap up the competition in the finals. It is the same as it was for the Olympics. Usually the athletes used to shoot the qualification and the finals in the same day, but now things have changed a bit, and the athletes are shooting the finals in the next day. 42 hits is the senior world record in this discipline, shot by Kim Ye-ji back in Baku's World Cup. And I'm sure you've seen that marvelous moment on the internet during the Olympics, but this is actually the juniors' time to shine. It's a hit or miss system, so a 10.2 or higher is a hit, which is a little under 10 centimeters in a target of 25 meters away. We're going to meet the ladies a little bit more now as this first series, side series, begins. And of course their coaches who are right behind them. Even the seniors need their coaches behind them. You can imagine how the juniors are feeling. Cristina Magnani, a 21-year-old. As mentioned, she has that bronze medal from Seoul at the ISSF World Cup in the junior competition. Most of these ladies have only been in junior competitions so far, even though they can definitely shoot with seniors, especially the ones who are already kind of on the cusp, almost getting to the senior competitions. The ones who are 21 years old are the ones who are next year going to have to be in the senior competition. Cristiana Gule of Latvia, as I mentioned, definitely the youngest one, having a conversation with jury. Probably something about the targets, but we're going to see if that gets settled before we get on the way. The 15-year-old is not shy of finals. Ilya Didienko taking a little bit of a break before everything starts. Ukrainian 21-year-old. First World Championship finals. Let's see how it goes as we get on the way. Vladimir Ivanchuk of Ukraine is her coach. We see him frequently in the senior competitions. Then we have the Hungarian 20-year-old, once again, Olivia Lotti Domsitz. First World Championship finals. Here's the coach as well. And last but not least, and last in this finals, is Devanshi. She won the 7th place at the Junior ISSF World Cup in Seoul last year. But let's not forget that she was already a junior world champion in a discipline that is not an Olympic discipline, but nevertheless a pretty tough one. It's kind of a variation of a 10-meter air pistol, but this is shot in 50 meters and not with an air pistol, but it's a very similar discipline. And it's one of the harder ones to do. That is also true. They shoot 10 series in total, with the first elimination usually happening after the 4th series, after which one of the finalists has to say goodbye to the finals upon each additional series before the gold is decided in the 10th series. And that is unless there is an equal score and the athletes have to go through a shoot-off series, which is something we see frequently and something that happens not just at the very end, but during the competition when one of the athletes has to be eliminated and they have an equal score, an equal amount of hits, and then they have to go through a shoot-off. And yeah, it's definitely something that happens in this discipline more frequently than other ones. Again, a 10.2 or a higher is a hit, which is less than 10 centimeters in diameter. Far, far away, 25 meters away from the athletes. They should be starting pretty soon once everything gets settled and done. The juries are having a conversation. With the chief range officer. Looks like they need to come up with a solution for a situation that the Latvian coach asked for to be resolved. And a junior world record is actually 41 hits, which is only one hit less than the senior world record we saw this year in Baku. Seems like the Latvian finalist has a problem with the target. And the whole situation is now undergoing investigation from the jury and the chief range officer, trying to come up with the solution for this situation. Sometimes that's how it goes, and it's not really the worst thing to happen at a junior competition for these juniors, to kind of get acquainted with these things happening sometimes and trying to stay cool and find focus and motivation to keep on going. There was 7 finals so far, and as I said, 2 finals really jumped out, and they were the skeet men's finals and the 10-meter air rifle junior women final, where Ocean Miller took the 2nd place, the silver medal, and we know that she is one of the most awarded, even I would say senior athletes, as she's won many, many medals over her career, and she is only 21 years old. I guess the coach is asking if Cristiana Gule could be maybe moved to another position. The first shot was supposed to be 2 minutes ago, which means there is a delay definitely happening already in the 25-meter pistol women junior final. The president of the Peruvian National Sports Shooting Federation, Mr. Boza. And here's the 15-year-old Cristiana Gule. It seems like at this point, everybody's just wants to carry on with the finals. She is only 15. And one of the least experienced here in the finals, since this is her first final in the 25-meter competition. And I feel like she's not too happy what's going on with the coach. This is the ISSF chairman of the judge committee, Mrs. Ghislaine Briz of France. Just looking at the situation. I am not sure how this is going to affect young Agule from Latvia going into the finals after having this whole situation happen. But it seems like her coach just was not happy with how the target was adjusted and how her table was adjusted according to the target. Fair enough, but this is something that I guess they could have tried to solve before the finals. Nevertheless, here's what we have now, and hopefully the finals can get on its way.
Hello again, everybody. If you're new to this event, let me tell you how it's gonna work. The final of the 25-meter pistol women's event consists of 10 series of 5 shots with hit or miss scoring. In standard rapid-fire sequence, 10.2 or higher counts as a hit. On this occasion, eliminations of the lowest ranking finalists to be eliminated will begin after Series 5. That is because the athlete on 5.J.
It seems like the athletes have gotten their time for preparation before the sighting series, and now our announcer, Jamie Steingren, is explaining to the audience what's going to be happening in these series to come.
And the silver and gold medals after Series 10. If we have a tie for the lowest ranked finalists to be eliminated, those tied finalists will fire additional.
So let us go over it again, once again as well. Here is Jamie. The athletes will be shooting 10 series. First elimination usually happens after 4th, but we're going to have it here after 5th. And after each new series, one of the athletes goes out of the final until we get to the 9th series to decide for the bronze, and the last one to decide for the gold medal and, of course, the silver medal that comes with it. It's an interesting discipline here, having both precision and rapid fire in qualification, and then coming to the finals shooting only the rapid fire. Of course, if you're at the top 8 in the world, we're presuming that both of these parts of the disciplines are going well for you. But sometimes, of course, any athlete could have its favorite, whether it's the precision or the rapid fire. But unfortunately, for some, if it's the precision part of this discipline, when they come to the finals, they can only shoot the rapid fire, which is the most interesting to see. They are now loading to be ready for every command the Chief Range Officer calls for. We're usually going to stack up on 2 of them to have one just in case there's not enough time in between, which usually there is, but things do get on pretty quickly in this finals, as you're about to see. Getting ready for the sighting series.
Attention.
Again, 10 or 10.2 or higher is a hit. This is what the ladies are aiming for. Seems like there was only one hit in the first shot in the sighting series. And it was by Olivia Domsit. But now the ladies are catching up. Finding the center of the target. That was the last shot. Last moment to try and work on the sights. Sometimes when the athletes change the shooting range, there can be a change with the lighting, of, especially here where the athletes were shooting outside, coming inside to shoot the 25 meters. There can be a lot of change. There's a little bit of more light difference than it is when they're shooting qualification. Here you can see the targets are outside, but a lot of the space is still inside, which can affect how the sights are being seen by the athletes and then going into the target. So they need to adjust the sights on their pistols. And this is the moment to try and do exactly that, to see where the group is of those 5 shots in the target and then adjust it accordingly. We're getting ready for the first series. Now we'll get to see whether it's a hit or a miss in each of these ladies' shots. And once we get going, it's gonna go pretty fast. And usually things are not really clear after first, second, or maybe even third series, but then things start to get a little bit more clear. We get to see who's at the top of the rank, who's kind of taking that bottom position of the rank, who is in the red zone, potentially maybe being eliminated in the 4th, in this case, 5th series that you're gonna see. Julia's having a couple of more words with the Latvian coach. Probably trying to write a report. But he's giving a thumbs up to Christiana Gule, who is about to embark on her big journey, a first series at the Junior World Championship. Her first final ever in the 25-meter competition. Here we go. There are some hits from Jako, Magnani, and Dirienko, who unfortunately missed 2 times in a row. Domsits as well as Divanshi. Fure 2. Magnani going pretty strong. 3 hits in a row. That was Miriam Jako back into a hit. She's on position A. Divanshi now 2 hits in a row. The only one going for a perfect round is Cristina Magnani, and in the end she makes it 5 out of 5. That's gonna put her back, put her right up to the top of the rank. And everybody else following this marvelous example for a first series. 21-year-old bronze medalist at the last year's ISSF Junior World Cup, with her first final at the World Championship, yet starting off very, very good. You could see that the last shot was a 10.2, which just on the cusp of being a hit. And that can be That's where the sports kind of luck comes in hand. If it's a 10.2 or a 10.1, that's a very slight difference, but to them it means the world. It's a whole hit of a difference, and one hit of a difference can be a difference between gold medal, silver and bronze, and even the 4th place, which is not getting to end up on the podium, actually. Seems like the 15-year-old is having some trouble. She's at the bottom of the rank currently, and now 3 missed targets in a row. Givenchy. She only had 1 hit in this series for now. But look at that, Cristina Magnani is still on a very good roll. The last one was a miss, but nevertheless, she is up to 9 hits. Now, the jury has come to Cristiana Gule with a card.
Givenchy of India in 6th, 1 hit behind the 2 there. And then it's Agule of Latvia on 2 hits in 7th.
Firing point E, yellow car, early load.
Series 3 now, coming up.
Things are still going to be changing throughout the final as we go on to the next series, but for now it's safe to say that that was a yellow card, a warning for Cristiana Gule. As I said, it's safe to say that Cristina Magnani is in a very comfortable lead right now. She has collected many hits just in the first 2 series, and that can help her later on in the competition when things get a little bit more shaky. That was a yellow card for Cristiana Agule for loading too quickly. It was a rough start for her. With the whole situation in the beginning of the final, now a card. She has finally hit a 10.2 or higher now. And she is continuing on. And so is Cristina Magnani. Eloise Furi. 3 hits in a row. Miriamako is struggling there. 3 misses in a row and now a hit. But it seems like Furi and Magnani are going for a perfect round. And it's a perfect round by both the Italian and the French athlete. They are right next to each other on position B and D.
That's her 2nd perfect 5 out of 5 in this final so far. She's on a total of 14. That's a 4-hit lead over Furi, who moves up into 2nd place. And then we have 2 athletes tied in 4th. So it's still tight.
Let's see the standings now. After 15 shots, Magnani, of course, in the lead. She has been absolutely shooting wonderfully so far. Furi is following her. She had that perfect round in this series. And then we've got Didienko in the 3rd place. And down there at the bottom of the rank currently, the young ladies who are sharing that red zone, let's say. Still an orange zone. They have 2 more series before the first elimination. As we've seen Sun Yuji, the 20-year-old who was 4th in the 10-meter air pistol. She didn't show up. So, ladies had to go on without her and without the elimination after series number 4. That gives them additional breathing room here, which some of the ladies might need. But for now, definitely in the red zone is the 15-year-old Cristiana Agule of Latvia. who is far behind the rest of the ladies. And this would be a pretty huge task to try and overcome, if it's even possible at this point anymore. With everybody else shooting pretty good shots, and Divanshi going for a perfect round. Let's see the last shot. It's a hit. It's 5 out of 5 now for Divanshi. It was, we've seen a couple of them so far, a few actually, from Furi, Manjani. Divanshi now. She has climbed up to the second position, now sharing it with Furi, the French athlete, 21 years old. They're sharing a total of 13 hits. Gul is down at the bottom of the rank, 2 hits of a difference. Not too bad right now. Domsitz and Didienko are at 10. This is going to be the deciding one for the ladies, who is the first one to say goodbye to the finals at the Junior World Championship here in Lima, Peru 2024.
Next series, ready.
Ready for the next series. It's the moment of truth. In danger zone, Agule, Didienko, and Domsitz. Jaakko, Manjani, and Divanshi starting off with a hit. Now the only one left in that race for a perfect 5 is Jaakko. She missed the third shot. Seems like the ladies know what's coming. Now the tension is a bit higher. And it's not really a great series for any of our finalists right now. Looks like that's going to be it for the 15-year-old. Representing Latvia. This is her second final in the international competition. And the 7th place is her. She has only been to 2 finals so far. She is only 15, so there's a lot ahead of her. And yeah, it definitely wasn't an easy final to go into. Manjani at the top of the lead, 21 hits. Jaakko with 16 hits is in the second position. It's a very comfortable lead for the Italian 21-year-old. This final goes on fast. There's not really a lot of time to take a deep breath and focus back. So if it's not going well, just really hoping that the next one is going to go well, because things can turn around in this final quite quickly. So we've said goodbye to Agule. And it's a nice start from everybody except the leading lady. She's back into a hit, but seems like Didienko, Domsitz, and Divanshi have a good start in series number 6. Continuing on, 3 hits in a row. There's Divanshi. Now she's the only one for going for 5 out of 5, and she already had it once. That's Furi. That's 5 out of 5 for the Indian athlete. and a shoot-off series between Ukraine's Didienko and Hungary's Domsits. 14 hits each. This is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. We are used to seeing many of these shoot-offs, and this is a moment for the rest of the athletes to take a rest, because the finals really go on quickly. And now this is a lot for the young woman who's going to stay in the final. She has to go on shooting with the rest of the ladies, as she already in that moment has shot her shoot-off series. So it's definitely challenging to end up in a shoot-off, but it's also an opportunity to stay in the finals. Seems like Divanshi is trying to balance it out with her left hand. Sometimes that's a good practice to do. That's always a good practice to do. And especially now, maybe not to let your head rush during the finals, but just to do something to keep her mind occupied. Drink some water, stay hydrated as they're moving into the next series. But let's see if this is going to get settled. Didienko 3. 6-2. What is it going to land on? Didienko staying in the final. The Ukrainian 21-year-old stays in the finals, whereas Olivia Domsits, or as her coach calls her, Lottie, the 20-year-old bronze medalist at the Junior European Championship in the 10-meter event, now goes away from this one, winning the 6th place. Didienko stays, but now she has to catch up with the rest of the ladies, and that's not going to be an easy task. 4 hits of a difference between her and Hungarian Jako, who is only 2 hits away from Divanshi and Furi in the 2nd position, and still that comfortable lead that we were seeing from the very get-go from Cristina Magnani with 24 hits.
Next series, ready.
Ready for the next series.
Attention.
When the chief range officer calls for attention, the red light on the target goes on, and until the green light goes on after 7 seconds, the athletes are not allowed to pull the pistol up into the target, or else they would get a yellow card, potentially even a red card. Depends on the situation. Seems like Didienko is holding up, even though she had that shoot off. Seems like it gave some wind in her back. Like Divanshi is coming for a 5 out of 5 once again. She is climbing that rank, shooting those perfect rounds that we haven't seen from Magnani for some time now. The last one was a miss, but 4 hits in a series is a pretty good result. She tried her best, but in the end, it's going to be the 5th place for Yulia Didienko, 21-year-old. And one of the ladies who's, this is a first World Championship final for. She has a very experienced coach who has trained many seniors as well. As I said, we've seen him in the finals hall with seniors many times around. We have Magnani in the lead, 27, Givenchy kind of sneaking up there with 24 hits. But now it's a very, very important series. This one is going to determine who's going to be on the podium and who has to settle for the 4th place at the Junior World Championship. Jaakko is definitely in the red zone here. Furi is leading her in this situation by 3 hits. Something that could definitely change, but look at this. We haven't seen this so far. All the ladies shooting all greens as if it's not the most important series so far. Those lines on the target are kind of pointing into the center of the target. Can be helpful, especially in this discipline where you only have 3 seconds to shoot. And it's 5 out of 5 for Furi. She did not want to give her place away to Miriam Jaakko. And it's going to be the 4th place to the 20-year-old Junior World Championship bronze medalist 2 years ago in Cairo. Now she has to sit back to her place, winning the 4th place. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. That's kind of how it goes in sports. She's won many European Championship medals. In 2022, she was the Junior European Champion in 10-meter and the 25-meter competition. But that just shows you, sometimes it's your day, and then sometimes it just doesn't happen, especially in the discipline of the 25-meter pistol women, because as you can see, things change quite a bit as we go through the finals. Now, Magnani is still in the lead, but it's not a comfortable lead as it was so far. 29 hits, only 2 hits of a difference between the 1st and the 3rd place. And this is the bronze medal series.
Attention.
It is time. Givenchy in the 3rd place. 1 hit of a difference, Furi. And then Magnani at the top. They all started missing the center of the target. Back into a hit. Shooting in synergy, but nobody is letting anybody take their chance. Looks like Givenchy now took a chance here. The rest 2 ladies missing. Now things are changing. Furi is dropping to the end of the rank. Let's see the last shot. It's going to be a hit from the Indian athlete. She is now tied, and she has been climbing slowly since her first round of 5 perfect shots. She's been climbing up, and she is now tied at the top with Magnani, while Heloise Furi has to say goodbye, but not empty-handed. It's a bronze medal for the 21-year-old. She won a bronze here, actually, in 2021 in Lima at the Junior World Championship. Now she has come to do that once again. She defended her bronze medal status in her last junior competition. Her last Junior World Championship, that is. Heloise Furi with the bronze, leaving Magnani and Givenchy to fight for the gold. 5 more shots.
Next series, ready.
The ladies are shooting almost double what they do in qualification here in the finals until the decision is made. Now this is basically like a shoot-off. Whoever shoots best in this series wins the gold. Magnani starting with a miss. She's been holding the lead forever. sometimes be a little bit of a bigger pressure if you've been at the top since the very beginning. Seems like this is coming in favor for Givenchy. And it seems like that's going to be that. Givenchy adjusted her pistol. I'm not sure she is aware of what's going on with this last shot. She has become the new junior world champion of the 25-meter pistol women junior event here in Lima, Peru. Now she's getting it. It's a gold medal for India, and Givenchy, junior world champion. Already won it in Cairo in a non-Olympic discipline, and coming in here now in Lima, winning it for an Olympic discipline. What a turnover. We were expecting to see Cristina Magnani at the top of that podium as she was leading the whole way, but things have just changed in the last moment, and the 21-year-old bronze medalist of last year's ISSF Junior World Cup now wins the silver medal. Again, the gold goes to India and to Givenchy. What a finals, everybody. It was a rocky beginning, but a very good training for these young ladies over here. Many of them shooting their first final at the World Championship ever, and I'm sure they're going to remember it very, very well, especially Givenchy with the gold medal that it goes to India. Thank you, everybody, for watching once again the 2024 ISSF Junior World Championship. Heloise Fourie of France with the bronze, Cristina Magnani of Italy with the silver, and Givenchy of India with the gold.
You can remove your equipment from your firing points. Please, range officers, check for safety. Thank you.
Christina, congratulations. You have just won World Championship silver here in Lima. How are you feeling?
I'm very emotional because it's my last year as a junior, so winning a second place in a World Championship is wow. I don't have the words to explain how I'm feeling. I'm happy.
I suppose one word also might be relief, because you mentioned it's your last chance as a junior, your third World Championship, first individual final here today and first medal, so I guess relief.
Yeah, relief because it's a great achievement for me. I had a difficult year, so this medal is good.
And tell me about the final, because you were leading for so long and then it got to Series 10 and was essentially a shoot-off between yourself and Devanshi of India.
Yeah, I start very strong. I was totally focused on what I was doing. Also in the end, but maybe the tension, maybe, I don't know, it's the first time I reached this result, so maybe it's a bit of emotion. But I'm happy.
Well, Christina, enjoy. The podium awaits you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Devanshi of India, you are now the junior world champion in the 25-meter pistol women's event. Does that sound good?
Of course, it does sound good. And I felt so happy. Like, it's my hard work, my coach's hard work, and our federation supported so much. So of course, I feel happy.
And talk us through the final, because there was a lot of movement in the table, particularly with yourself, and in the end you ended up in basically a shoot-off in Series 10.
Mm-hmm. What?
Series 10, you were tied with Magnani of Italy going into it.
I didn't notice.
You didn't realise?
Yeah, no.
You were. Yeah, you were both on, I'll tell you exactly, you were both on 31 hits.
I actually focusing on my, I have to shoot good, and not in the results. I was more focusing on my techniques and all, so I didn't actually really notice that.
Wow, you were that focused, you blocked out the situation that was, you were in a shoot-off situation for the gold medal and junior world title. Amazing. So, a question about the team in general. India, they're having a very successful junior world championship so far. Did that give you some extra confidence coming into this event?
Yeah, of course it does. Rest of our shooters shoot good, very good. Yeah, of course.
Well, Devanshi, congratulations and enjoy the podium.
Thank you. I will. It's been a long time. Of course, I will enjoy.
Yeah, well, enjoy. Make the most of it. Thank you, Devanshi.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
And you. You have just secured bronze here at the ISSF Junior World Championship. How are you feeling right now?
Je suis vraiment contente parce que c'est mon 4e championnat du monde junior et j'attendais beaucoup cette médaille.
she's very happy because it's her first championships, world championships, and she was really waiting this medal.
Yes, your first individual final at a world championship. So what next would you like to achieve in your career?
Ben, là, j'aimerais à long terme pouvoir me qualifier à Los Angeles et ensuite continuer ma carrière chez les seniors.
So now it's the end of the junior time, so she wants to achieve the same goals for the ladies ground, and after that she really wants to go to the Olympics in Los Angeles.
Okay, so it's translating over to the senior competition now for Heloise. Well, congratulations again today and good luck with the next phase of your career. Thank you, merci.
Thank you.